Evcol.
Renfield.
Dr. Seward, your journal. You left it on the ward.
Ah, thank you. I seem to be terribly preoccupied at the moment with my latest patient and becoming increasingly forgetful. Can you ask 2 male nurses to join me? I'm to visit Mr. Renfield shortly, and as we have little knowledge of where his mind will take him today, I suggest we proceed with every caution.
Certainly, Doctor. I will see to it right away.
The case of Renfield grows even more interesting. For the first week, he was perpetually violent. Then one night, just as the moon rose, he grew quiet and kept murmuring to himself, "Now I can wait. Now I can wait." Once, today, he looked at me with inquisitive eyes, which suddenly softened, and he smiled what I believed to be a genuine smile. It was soothing, somehow, to the feelings to find myself dissociated even in the mind of this poor madman from the others. But all the same, I do not follow his thought. Am I to take it that I have anything in common with him? That we are, as it were, to stand together? Or has he to gain from me some good so stupendous that my well-being is needful to him? Tonight he will not speak. Even the offer of a kitten or even a full-grown cat will not tempt him. After a while I left him. The attendant tells me that he was quiet until just before dawn, and that then he began to get uneasy and at length violent until at last he fell into a paroxysm which exhausted him, so he swooned into a sort of coma. The case of Renfield grows more interesting the more I get to understand the man. He has certain qualities very largely developed: selfishness, secrecy, and purpose. I wish I could get at what is the object of the latter. He seems to have some settled scheme of his own, but what it is I do not yet know. His redeeming quality is of love of animals, though indeed he has such curious turns in it that I sometimes imagine he is only abnormally cruel. Mr. Renfield, how are we today?
I need them. I need to talk to them. You too need to listen to what they say. People should listen more.
Mr. Renfield, by them, you mean the flies you have been catching recently?
They're an odd sort of pet. This I know, but they're mine, and you can't take them away from me. They whisper to me. They know what is about to happen. That's why they come to me, to tell me that the Master is preparing as we speak. He will soon be here and give me life eternal. This fly. Does he talk to you, Doctor? Can you understand what he is saying?
I hear nothing, Mr. Renfield. Why don't you help me understand by telling me what he's saying? You have such a quantity of flies that surely the noise of them speaking all at once is the thing preventing you from sleeping. I only say this because the nurses have noticed you spend all the twilight hours looking out of your window at the moon. Is there something out there that calls you? Does the brightness of the moon make you restless?
Even as a doctor, you would never understand or even comprehend. I can smell your fear, Doctor. Do you not want my pet?
I thank you for the gesture, Mr. Renfield, but no.
Then it has let me down, and I have no further use for it. I shall eat it.
This hobby of yours, catching flies, it needs to stop. Do you understand?
May I have 3 days? I shall clear them away. I would like to say goodbye to each individually.
3 days, but no longer. Renfield has turned his mind now to spiders. He keeps feeding them with his flies, and the number of the latter is becoming sensibly diminished, although he has used half his food in attracting more flies from outside to his room.
My spiders are essential to me. They're not becoming as great a nuisance as my flies. You asked me to get rid of the flies, which I did. How can I help it if they return and want to be with me? They are my comfort. I need them.
The flies? Or the spiders?
Both. That was good and very wholesome, Doctor. You really should try them sometime. You see, it was life. A strong life. And it gave life to me.
May I ask what it is that you are writing? Am I permitted to see it?
You wouldn't understand its meaning. Only my friends and I know its meaning. I will hold it out to you, but you cannot touch it or take it from me. Now, you must give me your word on that.
These numbers, you appear to have many pages of them. Can you tell me what they mean?
I could, but I won't.
And why not?
The master would be displeased.
You seem to have many single numbers added up in batches, and then the totals added in batches again. Is there significance to this? It reads like an auditor's notebook.
You have seen enough. The master will be displeased if I permit you to see more.
I see. Mr. Renfield, I am leaving for a few days, but shall call in on you upon my return.
As you wish. Time is running out, though. Don't be away for too long. Doctor, how pleased I am to see you. I have a very great favor to ask. A kitten. A nice little sleek, playful kitten that I can play with and teach and feed. And feed. And feed.
But what of your sparrows? Were they not companioning enough for you? You look pale, Mr. Renfield. Have you been eating and sleeping enough?
I sleep some and have eaten well today.
But the nurse has just told me you sent your food back, having not touched it.
Ah, yes, well, I had to eat them. They ate all my flies and spiders, and well, a kitten would be such a comfort to me.
Eat them? Eat what?
By the sparrows, of course.
You ate live sparrows?
After I had broken their necks. So nourishing.
I need to get you to the infirmary. No wonder you have a great pallor.
But what of the kitten?
You need to give me time to think about your request. But would you not prefer a cat than a kitten?
Oh, yes, I would like a cat. I only asked for a kitten lest you should refuse me a cat. No one would refuse me a kitten, would they?
I will see what I can do. It's a strange case, Holmwood. There seems to be no rhyme nor reason for it. One day a perfectly sane, healthy man. But within less than a week of returning from Europe, he became, well, what you see before you.
Have you called in anyone for a second opinion?
Indeed, I have corresponded with several colleagues, two of which I'm hoping will join me later this week.
Disgorged a whole lot of feathers, you say?
Yes, he admitted that he'd eaten his birds. He just took them and ate them whole.
And did he give any reason why?
He said they'd eaten his spiders and flies. He appears to be rebuilding, starting his process again. Flies to spiders, spiders to birds. Who knows where it would end, given the opportunity. I gave Mr. Renfield a strong opiate last night, enough to make even him sleep, and took away his pocketbook to look at it. My homicidal maniac is of a peculiar kind. I shall have to invent a new classification for him, a zoophagous maniac. What he desires is to absorb as many lives as he can, and he has laid himself out to achieve it in a cumulative way. He gave many flies to one spider and many spiders to one bird, and then wanted a cat to eat the many birds. What would have been his later steps?
It is indeed a complicated matter, and one I'm sure you'll rise to the challenge of.
There was a strange and sudden change in Renfield last night.
How so?
At about 8 o'clock, he began to get excited and sniff about as a dog does when setting. The attendant encouraged him to talk. He is usually respectful to the attendant and at times servile, but the man told me he would not condescend to talk with him at all. All he would say was, "I don't want to talk to you. You don't count now. The master is at hand."
And do you have any answers to the cause of these events?
Not at present. The attendant thinks it is some sudden form of religious mania which has seized him. Mr. Renfield, is there something the matter? Is there something bothering you?
I don't want to talk to you. You don't count now. The master is at hand.
Master? Which master would that be? Is it your spiders you speak of?
Bother them all. I don't care a pin about them.
What? You don't mean to tell me you don't care about spiders? But you have a notebook filled with columns of small figures all relating to your spiders.
The bride maidens rejoice the eyes that wait the coming of the bride. But as the bride draws nigh, then the maidens shine not to the eyes that are filled.
I'm not sure that I understand.
But what the? I am here to do your bidding, master. I am your slave, and you will reward me, for I shall be faithful. I have worshipped you long and afar off. Now that you are near, I await your commands, and you will not pass me by, will you, dear master, in your distribution of good things? I shall be patient, master. It is coming. Coming. Now I can wait. Please, no! I have served you well!
Mr. Renfield, I came as soon as I heard. The blood! You're beaten! What has happened?
Rats! Hundreds, thousands, millions of them, and everyone had life. Dogs to eat them, and cats too. All lives, all red blood with years of life in it, and not merely buzzing flies. I laughed at him, for I wanted to see what he could do. The dogs howled, and beyond the dark trees in his house, he beckoned me to the window. I got up and looked out, and he raised his hands and seemed to call out without using any words. A dark mass spread over the grass, coming on like the shape of a flame of fire. And then he moved the mist to the right and the left, and I could see that there were thousands of rats with their eyes blazing red, like his, only smaller. He held up his hand, and they all stopped, and I thought he seemed to be saying, "All these lives will I give you, and many more and greater through countless ages if you will fall down and worship me." And then a red cloud, like the color of blood, seemed to close over my eyes. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself opening the sash and saying to him, "Come in, Lord and Master." I don't care for the pale people. I like them with lots of blood in them. So when he came, I was ready for him. I saw the mist stealing in, and I grabbed it tight. I had heard that madmen have unnatural strength, and as I knew I was mad, at times anyhow, I resolved to use my power. He felt it too, for he had to come out of the mist to struggle with me. I held tight, and I thought I was going to win, till I saw his eyes. They burned into me, and my strength became like water. He slipped through it, and when I tried to cling to him, he raised me up and flung me down again and again. There was a red cloud before me, and a noise like thunder. and the mist seemed to steal away under the door. His words were hollow. I am no more. I am no more.
Rest, Mr. Renfield. It is time for you to rest in peace, you poor, tortured man.
Good night, dear Renfield. Welcome to the night.
This was an Evcol Entertainment production, featuring the voice talent of Richard Cotton. Written, directed and produced by Simon James Collier. Inspired by Bram Stoker's Dracula. Soundscape design by Archie Lyon-Maris.